up, guys? Eagle's Nest, we're headed out to North Carolina. We got a 10-hour drive ahead of us. I'm taking the first shift. Grace is going to be taking the second shift, or however it's going to be working out. And we have a great podcast coming for you guys, and I hope you enjoy. Continue watching.
4/10 of a mile, turn right onto Vivier Street.
Just made it into PA.
We got a long drive ahead of us. Looks like 40 miles through PA. It's going to be quite the trip.
We'll keep you updated every time we hit another state.
What up, guys? We are in Maryland. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I have had this major pain in my shoulder. Got some muscle spasms going on, you know. Having a great time, but yeah, we're probably going to stop and get some breakfast here pretty quick, and yeah, we'll update you when we reach the next state. Looks like we're in Virginia now, and should be there within the next few hours. Yeah.
All this traffic.
Yeah, this is pretty terrible with all these lanes and everything.
Glad I'm not
it's
driving.
a good thing I'm a fairly good driver, but
yes.
We'll see. We're still in it, so.
Yeah, you can see it. But yeah, thank God I'm not driving.
Officially made it into North Carolina. We are an hour and 28 minutes away from our destination. So we'll get there around 11:23 by the GPS. Welcome to the Eagle's Nest, episode 10, everybody. Sorry for our absence. We have been planning this trip for a while now. If you've been watching through the video, you know that we have been traveling down to North Carolina to film this episode with my good friend Doug and good friend Paige. And yeah, so we got some exciting stuff to talk about for this episode, guys. I hope you stick around and enjoy. Alrighty. So, let's start off by talking about our trip so far. I mean, the trip down it's a long trip.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Like it took us about 9-10 hours to get down here. Because we live in New York, obviously, so that's a straight shot down the coast. And we tried to bypass DC, and I don't think that worked out too well. Grace, how do you think that went?
I mean, we didn't go through DC, that's for sure. We didn't go straight through it, but we did hit a little closer than we wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, five lane highway is pretty intense, especially
That's why I was
for
glad you were still
first
driving.
big road trip. Yeah, so we planned on coming down and switching off halfway through, me and Grace, and I was in it, so I took it the whole way. Hey, Zero, got my kitty man down here chilling with me. Paige's cat.
My baby.
He's trying to figure something out, looking down there.
He'll figure it out. He'll probably make an appearance.
Yeah, he'll pop out. So, what did you guys think when you came up to Binghamton? How was the trip for you guys? Doug, you've made the trip more than I have.
Yeah,
more than anybody here.
I made the trip in a box truck.
Yeah.
And,
that
that was
the
hell.
worst.
I'm not gonna lie.
That
I
was
went
bad.
through DC.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was, man.
How long were you stuck in DC for?
A long time. Luckily, I think we went there we got through there probably 4 in the morning, so it was like right before, everything gets crazy, but it was still pretty damn crazy out because people like to get out early before it gets crazy, so.
Yeah. It was, people do not know how to drive down here. No blinkers, they just pull out right in front of you. And you got to be very defensive driving down here.
The way I say it is New York people, they know how to drive, they're selfish, down here, they just don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
So it's like they're all over the place.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody not use turn signals like I have until now.
Yeah, it's pretty
Especially on a 6-lane highway.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit.
Yeah,
it's
I had
bad.
some Honda Civic come up and cut me right off, like going like 95 miles an hour. I was like, oh my God. He pulled up because I pulled into the next lane. He wasn't there. And then the next second, he was like right there, almost running right into me. I was
Yep.
like, dude, you gotta slow down.
The very first time we made the trip in the Focus, in
Yeah,
the
your
Ford
car.
Focus, we had some guy almost clip us. He was in a car, and I guess he just didn't see us. I guess I don't know.
Mhm.
And he started to veer over, and I'm laying on my horn and shit, and he gets right back over, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry,"
Yeah.
waving his hand at me. I'm like, "Bro, how are you? You're sorry?"
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you could be sorry about that, man. I almost killed you, but
Yeah,
I mean,
facts.
it is what it is. But so we've had some good bonding time over this past week. We we stayed in a hotel for 4 days, and now we've been here for 4 days. Getting ready to head home soon. It's been a great trip. I mean, we've done some good stuff. We went to some great restaurants. Rick House was great. That's what that was called, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that we had some crab dip there, which was
Great food.
amazing. That was amazing. Oh, well, there's Zero.
There he is.
There he is. You come to say hi, buddy?
Come here.
Hello, Zero.
Might hear him meow a couple times.
Hanging out with his friends. He's gonna
He
be
likes-
so sad.
He's
Yeah.
very social. Very
He's gonna be
social.
so
Very.
depressed when you guys leave.
Yeah. So what did you guys enjoy most about our trip down here?
Probably.
Just having you guys here.
I was gonna
really.
say last night, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we definitely we bonded on a different level. You know, jamming to music and
well, even
just
all,
spending
all
time with
before,
friends.
all before that, like at my sister's house, it was all really fun.
yeah, no, we went and we
Yeah.
played. What was the
Cards and
name of that
stuff.
game we played?
Phase
Phase
10.
10.
Phase 10.
That
Yeah.
shit was fun.
It was fun, and it was a lot easier to understand than the other game we were playing. Just because you didn't have the rules right in front of you. Having the rules right
Yeah.
there really helps.
Yeah.
It's the
I
exact
was
same
getting
concept.
smoked,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like always.
Yeah, no, I got destroyed as well, but that's the way it is, you know.
That's okay.
I'd be like that, bro.
You gotta accept the L's every now and then. Get the lessons in. So, Grace, what did you think of our trip?
I mean, I've liked it so far. It's nice to get out of Binghamton.
Yeah.
It was snowing a lot up there this past
Yeah.
week, and it's horrible, so I don't really want to go back, but hey.
Yeah, even with it raining here, it was still nice.
Yeah, I think Wednesday it was 60 and sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was
But
real
yeah.
nice. We got to try some new restaurants when we were down here.
Yep,
As well.
Bojangles.
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 Bojangles is really good. I did not expect it to be that good.
It
Oh,
slaps,
Checkers.
bro.
That wasn't as
Oh,
good.
we tried Checkers as well. Checkers was good. It was all right.
I haven't even had
She
checkers
hasn't
yet.
had checkers.
Really?
It was
Yeah.
okay. I got a
It
burger.
was all right. The fries were good. Mine were a little soggy, but I got cheese fries, so that's the way it goes.
Can't
We
really
also
help
tried
that.
Dairy Queen, Rick House. We planned on going to a hibachi restaurant to see, the chefs cook everything up in front of you and get some sushi and that kind of stuff. But the restaurant we were going to go to was 45-minute wait. And working in the restaurant business, I know that can mean 45 minutes or it can mean an hour and a half. You never truly know with those kinds of things. And for that, with there being 4 of us, yeah, it was not the right move. So we went to
Yeah.
Rick House, and that was the right move. That
Oh
was
yeah, that place was busted.
Seated
That place is
immediately.
delicious.
The food was amazing.
service was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people down here are real nice. I've noticed.
Yeah,
Super
they are.
They're super nice, and the accents they catch you off guard every now and then.
Yeah.
You know.
Be like, one more time. What was that?
Yeah. Well, Grace, do you want to tell everyone about our experience with our hotel?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was a nice hotel. I won't knock it.
It was a nice hotel, and the people were very accommodating there.
Yeah, the people were characters. I mean, we did have an issue with our hotel room with the hot water.
Yes.
And then there was an issue with the people down the hall
Yes.
deciding to smoke something.
Yeah, smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
In the hotel room where it
And
strictly
it
says
reeked
no
the
smoking.
whole hotel. Like, you have to smoke a lot to reek up a whole hotel.
Yeah, left the door wide open. I walked right past their room, and it was just 5 guys in there. You could hear them.
Stupid.
5, 6 guys. I don't know. I didn't really see, but you could definitely hear them. And Yeah, no, they were getting blitzed. The next morning, I remember waking up to hearing like 3 people out in the hallway with walkie-talkies. Like, yep, you guys got to get out of here. You got to go. Yep, yeah, no, you can't be here. You're smoking. Yep, get out. And so that was our first night here, our first day, and then on our very last night, exactly. And then on our very last night, Grace wanted to take a shower, and our hotel room had cold water. It didn't have any hot water. You turn it to hot, and it was all day. It was cold, and so we called the maintenance man, and the maintenance man said that he fixed it and this and that, and we went over to these guys' house, hung out for a little while, then went back to the hotel, and the water was still cold. So Grace called down, and she's like, "Yeah, the maintenance man did not fix the water, just so you know." And she was like, "Okay, well, I can call him. He's not on the premises, or we can move you to a new room." So on the last night, we had to move to a whole different room, pack up all of our stuff. So it was not the most relaxing night.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. It is what it is, and the people there were amazing. It's a great hotel. But other than that, So Doug, we were talking the other night. We were talking about Brandon Lee, and
not Brandon Lee from high school. But,
yes,
but Brandon Lee from
Bruce Lee's son.
Yeah, from The Crow.
From The Crow, and you were telling me a conspiracy about him and the Chinese mafia. Can you elaborate on that?
I mean, I don't know too much about it. I was watching a documentary about it. So, I mean, basically, Brandon Lee died on set. He was shot with a real gun and a real bullet, which was supposed to be a prop. And people say that, it was set up by the Chinese mafia because, what's his father's name there?
Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee, yeah. Bruce Lee was showing kung fu to Americans, and that was like, Chinese traditions, and they shouldn't do that. And I guess,
it's so crazy because weren't they around the same age too when they died?
I think so, yeah.
I think that was like a thing.
I'm pretty sure.
It was like they died around the same time or something.
I don't know.
It's crazy though.
Yeah, there's a couple different conspiracies out there that, like, the Chinese mafia did it, or there was just a whole lot of people out there that didn't like Bruce Lee, so they just wanted to, make sure his offspring was gone, I guess. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's really crazy, though. Super crazy.
You know what I never understood with Bruce Lee and is Chuck Norris. Like Chuck Norris is this icon. Mm-hmm. Everyone makes Chuck Norris jokes and all these things.
Right.
You don't hear about Chuck Norris at all anymore.
No, it's because this man's like, 80 now?
Yeah. Well, did you see that Jared Padalecki is doing Walker, his Walker Texas Ranger? I'm pretty sure wasn't Chuck Norris Walker Texas Ranger?
Yeah.
Originally.
Uh-huh.
So now they rebooted it, and now it's Jared Padalecki from Supernatural.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it's
Sam
from Supernatural.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's the new...
It looks really
he's
good.
Walker. And
That's
I hear
crazy.
it's pretty good. I have to check it out.
I think it was like the best show CW has aired in like a while, like based on their viewings of how many people watched it. Like I saw an article on it.
Well, it's not like Batwoman's going to get those views because they just keep changing the character and expecting it to be like this great thing. I
haven't seen that.
It's
Me neither. I don't watch a lot of
pulp
DC.
feminism is what it is. It's kind of ridiculous. It's just there to throw stuff in your face, but it's not doing very well. I don't expect it to be. I don't think anyone expects it to be around very much longer. So how did you? What was the name of the documentary that was about Brandon Lee? Do you know?
I don't even remember. It was something on YouTube.
Really?
It was like one of those like 10 facts about, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like a Watch Mojo.
Like Mojo, yeah. It was like Watch Mojo or some shit
whatever.
like that, to be honest. Like, it was something crazy like
I
that.
love watching those.
Me too.
Yo, they be hitting different sometimes.
They do.
Yeah.
They do
hitting
everything.
different.
They do everything. They'll do anime,
okay?
TV, movies, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, they do that very well. So, Paige, we were talking... actually, we were watching supernatural stuff. Or not supernatural, but paranormal things.
Yes.
You've said that you've had experiences with paranormal before.
I have.
Can you talk about that?
I can. So it was a while, probably like 10 years ago, at my dad's house. We had this huge living room, and I had a couple friends stay over the night, and we fell asleep in the living room with everything on. TV, lights, everything was going. I woke up by myself at like 3 in the morning, and I look up at one of the doors that we had, and I see 2 figures. Like, they were just pure white, but I could see what they looked like.
Yeah.
It was a little girl and a little boy. I tried to, like, what do you want? What do you need? No responses. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to turn the TV on and turn the light back on because I don't know why they're off.
Yeah.
So I go and turn the TV on, and I see just like a white blur run across the TV. And I notice one of them is gone, but one of them is still there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go turn the light on and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Turn the light on, and it's gone.
Yeah.
I searched around the entire house by myself, and there was nothing. Absolutely nothing that could have, like, explained what I just saw.
Yeah.
So that's when I really, like, got into everything. Like, that's what sparked my interest in all of that stuff.
So how long were the apparitions present for?
Probably a good 2 minutes.
Really?
2.5 minutes.
Wow.
It
Do you
was
remember what
long.
they looked like? Like what they were wearing?
Probably, like, mid-20 clothes. Like, the little girl I could tell was wearing, like, a blue dress, had these big curls, big blonde curls. They were white face, like, pale, very white.
Yeah.
The boy I couldn't really get, like, a clear image of. Maybe, like, a brown suit, black suit, but nothing really, like, face, like, feature-wise.
Yeah.
The one thing I did get was, for the boy, there was no neck.
Yeah.
It was weird. Like, his head was floating above his shoulders when the girl's was perfectly normal.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what, like, striked me as odd for that, like, at that point.
And where was this? This was at your dad's house?
Yeah, that was at my dad's house
So
back in New
did you,
York.
like, ever research anything about that house? Of, like, when it was built?
I didn't, because everyone just told me, hey, you're streaming, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know what, maybe I was. But I knew I wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't. I searched around the entire house. There was no way I was dreaming.
Yeah, you can really tell, like, when something is off.
Yeah.
Something is different. You get that gut feeling, and it's almost like you can know that someone is present.
Exactly.
Or something is present. You know, it's that warning sign, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird, you know. I mean, have you ever had another experience?
With the same ones, yeah. I've seen them probably 3 different times in the same house in the same place.
Really? That's crazy.
And I actually, that door led to our foyer room. Like, it was just a little...
Like a mud room.
Yeah, kind of. Like, it opened up to our front porch. And I actually would never go in there after I saw them. I just got, like, the weirdest, creepiest gut feeling. Don't go in there.
Yeah.
Every single time, like, I'd go near it, it was just cold and dark, and I since then, I would never go in that room.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Have you guys ever had any experiences like that?
I kind of have. I had a kind of like a mentor that I used to look up to. Probably when he was 10 when I passed away. So I started going to this church at like 5 or 6, and I immediately looked up to the worship leader at the time. His name was Mike Helgren, and he was a really cool guy, and he had passed away because he was on some medication, and he had taken some other medication that didn't mix with it at all, like ibuprofen or something. I can't remember what it was, but ended up somebody found him in the shower, and it was a really, really sad time when that happened. But I remember a couple of years later transferring middle schools. I was going from Bergall Middle to Cape Fear Middle, and it was a little bit different. We went from like having uniforms to like no uniforms, and the school was way bigger, and the hallways were huge.
Yeah.
And every time like class would change, the hallways would fill right up.
Mm.
So I remember one day walking in the front door. I think it was my second or third day there, and as soon as you walk in, to your left there's the front office, and right next to the front office there is a bathroom. And I walk in, and it's crowded and stuff, and I look to my left, and I saw who I thought was Mike Hellgren walking into the bathroom, and I thought it was so weird, and I did like a double take, and I was like, no way, because like, I mean, he was like, at the time when he passed away, he was probably, I think he was like 23, 24 when he passed away.
Oh, so he was still young.
Yeah, but I mean, he was, way too old to be in a middle school for no reason, you know what I mean? So I was like, this isn't right. And I went back into the bathroom to like check, and no one was in there, so it was really freaky.
That's weird.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Grace?
I mean, I did have. I thought I was convinced. Okay, so long story short, someone actually did break into my house when I was younger, and they had like opened like my door and like peeked in. And, like, saw that I was awake and saw that I, like, made eye contact with them, and they ran out. And then I was, like, calling for my dad. And then when he came, he was like, no one was in here. Like, I wasn't in here. You're fine. So I was convinced that, like, it was a ghost or something. And then, like, a few days later, I came home from school, and my dad, like, pulled back the curtain in our kitchen. And, like, the wiring had been, like, broken open. And, like, the window had been cracked. And so I was sitting there, and I was like, oh, okay. So, like, I wasn't insane.
Yeah.
So he, like, called the police, and they were like, well, it's been 3 days. Like, we can't do anything. They didn't really damage anything besides, like, the screen in the window. Like, we can't do anything. But, like, I was convinced that it was something in my house.
Yeah.
That's freaky.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
But, like, it was actually real. But, no, I don't think I've had, like, any... I mean, I did have weird experiences in that house, I guess. Like, I would see shadows and stuff, like, move in, like, the corner of my eye.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think there was something, but it wasn't anything, like, I could see a face or, like, anything defined. But that house was just not it.
Yeah.
I hated that house.
Oh, I've seen plenty of shadow figures as well.
Yeah, like...
My house, my dad's house, he'll say it wasn't because he hasn't, like, experienced anything at my dad's house like I have. I grew up there. Like, my old girlfriend used to tell me that when I fell asleep, she would hear, like, dragging on the floors, like, chains, and, like...
That's crazy.
And my actual bed used to shake.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it would feel like someone was, like, going like this to my mattress.
That's
like, for real.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, I've never had that profound of experience. The only experience I've ever had with anything paranormal... ghost-wise, was up at my uncle's old lake house. He used to have this house up in Seneca Lake, and it was a stone frame, stone structure, and this house had to have been built in the 1800s because it had coins that were, like, embedded in the stone walls that were from, like, the 1800s, and the nails, you could tell they were just not from any time near now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I remember I walked in one day, and I was looking, like, at the fireplace, and there was this woman there, this black woman, and she just had, like, tattered clothes on, and she looked like a slave. And I was 4 years old. Like, I didn't know what slaves were. I didn't know what any of that was.
Right.
And to see that and be like, what's going on? Like, and it was clear as day. I could tell exactly what it was.
Right.
That's freaky.
And, if you ask my mom, I used to, and I got obsessed with it at that point, and then I used to drive around my little RC car trying to, like, scare it out so I could see it again. And, but yeah, no, that was the most crazy thing I think I've ever seen, like, ghost-wise. I mean, when my cat passed, one of my cats, I've owned several cats, my family's had several cats. One of my cats passed, and I thought I could remember, or I thought that I had seen the cat jump up on my bed while I was laying in bed. Mm-hmm. Like, I could see a shadowy figure at the end of my bed, and it kind of just sat there for a second, and then I, like, looked away, and then when I looked back, it looked like it, like, jumped off my bed and ran out the room.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty creepy.
Jack, we're gonna get some, like, ghost adventure equipment, and we're gonna, like, go to my house.
Dope. I'd love to do that.
We're gonna go to my house.
I'd love to do that. I want to go to, like, some old asylum or something too. That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
I just feel like it'd be
go up to the state
I
house.
got
to the
you.
old state
Yeah.
hospital.
Make some content for your YouTube.
Oh yeah. So, speaking of paranormal, we were watching. What was the name of that show? Paranormal Investigation, or what was it called?
Oh, Dead Files?
No, it was the other one where we were watching with Joe Exotic.
Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures, that's right. So, Ghost Adventures, apparently Joe Exotic's zoo is haunted. And if you watch the documentary about the Tiger King and Joe Exotic, you'd know that Joe Exotic had an estranged husband of sorts who ended up committing suicide unknowingly, supposedly. And recently, the workers that still work there and the people that own it or owned it at the time of the filming had talked about their experiences with what they believed to be Travis's spirit locked within that property. And they just went all into it about the whole death and the spirit and other people's experiences. That's just so crazy to me because we've seen it unfold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, like this whole thing is unfolded right in front of us, and then it's just like, wow, he's already a ghost. Like, it's weird. I don't know. You know, what did you guys think of that? Do you think it's BS, or do you think that could be a real thing? And because they were talking about the 2 other people that were killed supposedly on site as well.
I mean, for the way he died, I believe he could still be there, just because maybe if it wasn't really like if he really didn't commit suicide, like some people think. That's a bad death.
Yeah.
Yeah, like unfinished
He
business.
still has.
Yeah.
He would still exactly.
Yeah.
And in the episode, he like showed him like they showed his spirit, showing him where his hat was that Joe had taken from him.
Yeah.
And said, "Give it to him."
Yeah.
So maybe they're like meaning go give that to like Travis and put it on his grave, so like that he has that and that he can leave.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what I took from that.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's still there.
Yeah. What did you think of it, Doug? Did you think that was real, or what did
Yeah,
you think?
I mean, personally, I'm not really into the whole Ghost Adventures show.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it could be real. Yeah. Seeing him, you know how they talked about him not knowing he was committing suicide, and they showed the bullet hole like from the room in the gift shop where it happened. Like, that room would carry some
residual energy.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like for sure.
So, obviously, if you guys believe in ghosts, you believe in the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the afterlife is just like in another dimension, as in like we live in a 3D world, but there's a 4th dimension that we can't perceive because we are only 3-dimensional beings? So a 4D creature would be something like a ghost, something ascended on a different plane than us. They live among us, but on a different plane. Do you think that that's something like how that would work?
I don't know, man.
I honestly don't know
because
either.
everyone thinks that, you know, heaven is up in the sky, or, you know, whatever that.
Well, we talked about this last time. I think last time we did a podcast. I believe in reincarnation. If you know, I feel like if your soul has work that it needs to finish out, that it will be reincarnated. And at the same time, I do feel like you know, there is a heaven and a hell, but I don't know, man. Like, you get chances, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, you know, what's that? Purgatory, where it's like
where you're stuck in limbo.
Yeah, where it's like, you know, trying to figure out where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a type of 4th dimensional type thing, and it might be real.
Yeah.
But I think also in purgatory there might be ways to redeem your soul, to be reincarnated and do good. And, you know, it's like I said, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So, let's move on. You guys, I recently have been thinking about getting a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You guys both have tattoos. Grace has tattoos. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of it? I know
I love
our
tattoos.
parents
I
are
love them.
they think differently. At least my
dad's
my
covered in tattoos.
my dad's. I know, but like generation wise, like the generation of our parents, they don't tend to like look at tattoos in a very positive way. I should say our grandparents' generation, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
my
parents'
grandparent.
generation and the grandparents'
Yeah.
generation. Parents are a little bit more lenient. But what would you say to somebody that doesn't like tattoos or says, you know, that's not going to look good when you're 90 years old? What do you have to say to those people?
It's my body. I can put whatever the hell I want to put on it.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Pretty much, it's just like
I'll meet you one time. Like, you're going to see it once.
Yeah.
You don't like it, don't look at it.
Exactly.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have any physical, stoppage. You know what I mean? Like
it doesn't impair you.
It
in
does.
any
Yeah,
way.
it doesn't impair you from stopping work or doing anything that
Exactly.
you wouldn't be able to normally do. Like it's just having a tattoo. It's just artwork, man.
Yeah.
It's just.
And that's like a major stigma. I mean, now it's starting to like die down, but like a lot of people for a long time couldn't get jobs because of their tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on their field of work.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Like even in the military, you can't get a tattoo until a certain point.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess I can understand that. They want discipline, they want you to be clean and everything. But why does tattoos?
It doesn't change you as a person. Why does it matter?
Exactly. You know, and I look at tattoos as a form of artwork,
Mm-hmm.
and that's I think how a lot of people look at tattoos. And to have that piece of artwork that's original and on my body that I always have, I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. I do too.
Yeah.
I got one tattoo, but I do definitely want to get a lot more.
Yeah.
One day I want to be covered.
So what was your experience like with your tattoo?
It was odd. I honestly, the sensation of the needle, it's nothing I expected. I expected it to like almost be like a million little shots or something, you know what I mean? But it's not. It's really nothing like that. It's like it's kind of like if I were to take this pin here and click it down and hold a lighter up to that for about 30 seconds and then write on your skin with it. That's kind of how it feels.
Okay.
But it's seriously, it's nothing you can't withstand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's very therapeutic in my opinion.
Yeah.
I've always explained it as like getting scratched by a cat.
Yeah, I've heard that one a lot too.
Like just
I would
over
say
and
that
over
too,
and
like,
over.
This
Yeah.
one when I got it,
It's literally how it
hurt.
feels.
Yeah.
like some people were like, they're always like, tattoos aren't that bad. I'm like, it really just depends on where you get it, honestly.
It does.
Mm.
Like, because this one was nothing because it was like just line work, but when I got to this one, like portions of it
shading.
was a breeze and then portions of it was not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shading can suck sometimes because they really got to get in there with the needle and
Yeah.
dig in there.
Yeah, my big one hurt really. Really bad.
Like right here, I remember specifically because I bled really bad. He had to like dig in that to get it, but
Yeah.
I mean it like I said, it's pretty therapeutic in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like it.
And it turned out well. It looks good.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hate
So-
that argument of like it's not gonna look good when you're older. Well,
Yeah.
like when I'm older, I have lived my life with them. Like
Yeah.
they have served their
And they tell a
purpose.
story.
They do
Yeah,
tell a
like
story.
I'm not like when I'm 80, I'm not gonna be going out in like a bikini anyway.
Exactly.
Like you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
You're covering that stuff up anyway because you're gonna have wrinkly skin that you don't want to show.
Yeah, like I just feel like that's
But who's
just
to
an
say that you're
argument that
gonna
needs
look
to like
bad?
yeah.
Exactly. Who's to say? And I've seen older people with
Me
tattoos,
too.
and they don't look
Yeah,
bad.
sometimes they're like
yeah,
bled
they look
out.
a little faded, but that gives
like,
them character.
Yeah. Like they never look like horrible to me, but
Yeah.
my dad loves using that argument on me every time I get one. It's not gonna look good when you're older.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It looks good now.
Yeah.
Paying for it to look good now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Exactly. And so, what's your max price range with a tattoo? Because
Oh,
tattoos
there
can
is
get
no max.
expensive.
There,
Like, what would be the most you would spend on a tattoo?
Whatever I have in
in
my
my
pocket?
opinion, there is no price range on a tattoo. It's trying to compare it to something like
It's like a hobby.
you wouldn't buy a really bad computer.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
You would spend really good money on getting a really good computer.
Yeah.
So you're gonna spend really good money to get really good artwork put on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've seen artwork, done from apprentices that is really good, but it's far and few between.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get really good artwork, it's gonna be from somebody that's been in the game for lots of years, and they got
that experience.
Yeah, they've had their time, as the shop's worker, pretty much doing everything they want,
Yeah.
And now it's their time to shine, so they're not gonna throw that away.
Yeah.
And that's why they charge $125, $150, $200 an hour sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's worth it, man. It really is. You, especially like nowadays with Instagram, Facebook, you go on there and you see this amazing artwork, and you can't put a price on it. You just can't. It's seriously priceless.
So what's your favorite style of tattoos? Because there's many different styles that people do tattoos.
I mean, I don't really have a particular style, I guess. I like freehand for sure. Just somebody that can look at an arm or look at a body part and just be like, man, this would be really cool to just draw on, you know what I mean? And just let them do what they do, because in the end, I mean, they're the artists. That's their profession. That's what they do. They're the best at it.
Yeah.
So
They're gonna make it look good.
If you give them an idea of what you want, they'll take that into consideration, and then they'll work their magic, and they'll be like, yo, bam, we're going to do this.
I mean, that's literally what I did with my tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I told him kind of what I wanted, and I ended up with this one.
Me too.
Yeah.
The tattoo I have, it's a freehand tattoo, and I gave him an idea. I was like, yo, I want a really big willow tree on my arm, and I just want it to look gloomy, and I want it to look cool.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got you.
Yeah.
And he did it. Made it look awesome.
It did. It turned out very well.
And we did some like last minute things with like the little moon figure and like a little silhouette of a bird.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's like a little M kind of, but it still looks cool. It gives it character.
Yeah. It adds that pop.
But I mean, like you can't put a price on tattoos. Like I would spend, if it's the right person and I know this money's gonna be worth it, I would spend as much as I had to get it.
Yeah. Well, I know, just for me, like looking at a tattoo, and if I were to get my first tattoo, it's like over $1,000.
Yeah,
so
especially the tattoo you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good money.
It's a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
I spent over that for mine.
Yeah.
I spent just under that.
Yeah.
Good chunk of money.
Yeah. Well, so let's talk about our Harry Potter game we played this week.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
What did you guys think of that?
I thought it was really fun.
I thought it was really fun.
It's a 2-player to 4-player, so
yeah, we're gonna have to get it.
Yeah, we'll just.
What's it called? Do you remember?
I think it's like Harry Potter Hogwarts, like card building.
Oh, we have it right here.
Yeah, card building game.
Yeah.
We can pull it out.
Hogwarts Battle. Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle.
Big box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ginormous. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but Harry Potter version.
It's very confusing with those
The
instructions.
are
yeah.
like
they're
non-existent.
Very vague with the instructions.
Yeah.
We had to look a couple YouTube videos up to show us how to actually play.
Yeah, if you want to play it,
So we
you
can
gotta
get
look
started.
up a YouTube video. Because there's so many different variables that go into this game, and so many things that you can just forget to do during each turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. You have to like
so many things.
Like if you have like 4 people, each of them have to have a job.
Yeah.
It's like one person flips this card, the other does the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
One
then
person's
on top
got
of
all
just
the
playing your
tokens.
card
Mhm.
and playing your thing. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I've always wanted to try Dungeons and Dragons, and I liked playing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, it was very fun. I thought it was we're gonna have to get it. We're definitely gonna have to get it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be something we'll just.
Have you ever played anything like that before?
Not really, no. I mean, I played we were talking about it the other night. I can't remember the name of it. It's like World of Warcraft.
That card building game that you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember it though. Oh, it's so annoying. I used to play it on my phone all the time. It was the best.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, nothing really like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
So do you guys know when you plan on coming back up to Binghamton for a visit?
Not exactly,
Yeah,
but
no, not
summertime.
yet.
Yeah, summertime.
Summertime is
definitely when
yeah.
the snow's all gone.
Yeah.
Right up. Smart move.
Screw that.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to drive home tomorrow, and
I don't want to replace the battery in my car again.
yeah. No, I don't blame you. That would suck.
Yeah.
You had to do it with this car?
In my brand new car. As soon as we got home, our battery died.
Yeah.
So I had to replace it.
Yeah.
Let's hope that doesn't happen to our car.
I
Well,
thought
it's your
I-
dad's car.
But I have a jumper, too, as well.
So
I
did
have, like,
we
a
until our
battery pack.
battery actually died.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
like,
like
straight
you need a
up
whole
when
new
it
battery.
dies, you
Yeah,
can't
we
jump
needed
that.
a whole
Well,
new
he
battery.
just got a new battery put
Yeah.
in not too long ago, I'm pretty sure.
That's what happened to my Jetta.
Yeah.
Bit the dust.
I think it was because it was so cold when we went up there, and then it went to being so warm down here again.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
didn't like it, died.
Either that or, they just screwed us when they sold us the car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes there's faulty batteries. That happens.
Kia was like, yeah.
Tried to charge us $300
it's
to
gonna be
replace
like
the battery.
$300.
Really?
Yeah.
And then I go to AutoZone. We bought we bought a battery for like
$200.
$200.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they wanted probably $100 for install.
Yeah, but I mean that shit
To
takes,
just unscrew it and put it
No, well,
takes
it was like a
15
special
minutes.
battery that's actually cost like $250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it took me 15 minutes to take the old one out and put the new one in. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gotta love cars.
Yeah.
There's always a problem with cars.
Bullshit.
Super investment.
Yeah.
You know, as my dad would say, owning a car is like being with a woman.
You're always gonna spend money on
You're
it.
always gonna spend money on them.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But hey,
Gotta love them.
gotta love them. You gotta love them. They're beautiful,
Yeah, they are.
and you spend a lot of money on them.
Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that?
Aliens. Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about aliens?
Have you had any experiences?
I have had a few experiences.
Yeah.
I've seen
I've
UFOs.
seen a couple UFOs.
I've had like 2 experiences. One was I was in New Jersey at where the was I?
Maybe that was Jersey Devil you saw.
No,
Had to put that in. I confused him.
Seaside Heights or something.
Oh, Seaside Heights? Yeah,
Yeah,
where like Jersey Shore is?
Yeah,
like
where
Tom
Jersey Shore
Shore
Jersey
is?
Shore, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly where it
I've
was.
been there.
And I was on the boardwalk late at night, and I saw this beam of light. Shoot up into the sky.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is insane. And I looked around, and it's late at night. It's like 11, so
Yeah.
but the boardwalk's pretty active still. And no one's like looking up or anything. No one saw it, and I'm like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I was bugging. I might have been bugging, but to me that counts as an alien experience. I'm writing that in the
Yeah.
book as well.
I've seen a couple times, like 3 or 4 times. I've seen like something
Yeah.
shoot off in the
Yeah,
opposite direction.
I've also seen one time, it was really strange. We were taking pictures of the moon because it looked really, really pretty one night, and it was really big. And we had our camera out, and we're looking at the moon. We take the picture, and then we're looking at the picture of the moon. We look back up at the moon, and it's like 5 times the size. It looks like it's about
Damn.
to hit us.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we look back down at the picture to like compare it, and then we look back up, and it's like back to normal.
Wow,
So
that's
weird.
It creeped us out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
The fact that you both saw that too.
it was me and my cousin Chris and his dad.
Oh, so it was three
Yeah.
of you
That's
guys.
crazy.
Wow, that's really weird. That's wicked weird. Do you think it was like a reflection from the sun, or maybe?
It might have
or-
been. I really don't know. It was. I really can't
Someone
explain
zoomed
it
in
to
on
be
accident.
honest. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have been some alien shit, bro.
Did you have a chance to watch that Skinwalker Ranch?
Mm-mm.
Bro, you gotta
That's
check
on
that out.
Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to plug our Netflix.
And you also have to check out
Yeah.
that Surviving Death or whatever.
Yeah.
That was a good one where we
Yeah.
talked about it the other day with the reincarnated people.
Okay.
Yeah, and they do like possessions and all that kind of stuff. They talk about it.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I mean, I heard Grace talking about it the other day. You were talking about it, the woman that would get possessed.
Yeah. Shoot, that was interesting.
Yeah, she'd just sit strapped in this chair in this booth. And so what would happen is she would bring in all these people, and she'd be like, okay, she would explain how physical manifestation or physical mediumship works. And the way that physical mediumship works is it's not like someone like they hear their voice and they tell you what they're saying. They literally have a spirit or several spirits that come into your body and possess you. They enter your
body, yes.
And then those spirits talk to the other spirit. So like, this woman had 3 spirits, like Silver Fox, Tommy Boy, and something else, right? And so she's sitting in the chair, and they close the curtains on her, and they're in this dark room, and all of a sudden she goes, "Hello, my friends," and then they're all just like, "Oh," and he's like, "My name is Silver Fox. I need you all to start singing to raise the vibrations in the room." And then they all start singing this stupid fucking chant. They sound like a bunch of fucking pansies. And then all of a sudden she comes, and then the next spirit enters her body, which is Tommy Boy, which is like this little kid spirit. So this kid comes into her body, and she starts talking like this. And just, I'm responsible for putting in the ectoplasm so all the other ghosts can come in and possess me. And blah, 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 blah. And so they explain what ectoplasm is, and if you've watched Ghostbusters, ectoplasm is exactly what they say it is. So that's the first thing where I was like, okay, this is a crock of horse.
But the one thing I liked about that show was, like, with the people that, like, got to sit down with her, like, afterwards, they would Google, like, what's out there for her to just look up and, like,
and they would
tell us.
They'd be like, oh, well, a lot of this stuff is right on the internet. Like
a lot of it's in the obituary or whatever.
Yeah. So they don't realize that it's out there, but it is out there. So they'll give you really vague things, and then they just make it relate somehow. So that's why they didn't really know if it was true or not.
Mm-hmm. Some of them on there, like, was... like dead on though.
Yeah, the reincarnation ones were crazy. That was crazy having those people, those little kids talk about their past lives.
Oh yeah,
pointing people out and friends and all these other things. It was crazy.
Yeah, reincarnations. I'm telling you, man, it's real.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. You know, I saw this thing, this theory the other day that was like, when you were a spirit, you chose to forget being created so that you could experience life genuinely, because if you knew where you came from, you wouldn't live life to the fullest. And I just thought that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah, I think it's something to do with that, and I think it's also something to do with the mind and the soul being kind of separated.
Yeah.
And
different. It's on your face, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. And also how, you know, I said earlier, like, how that purgatory area, like, being in the 4th dimension.
Yeah.
The soul probably, you know, doesn't really have much use in this dimension other than working with the mind.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I can understand that,
So it's like the only thing the soul can do is work with the mind to keep the mind going.
Yes.
So unless it's in
the
its
soul
own
can
dimension.
work on its own, but the mind cannot work without the soul.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, I can understand that. So I also saw this thing that some people are floaters. Like, you don't realize it, but there are some people that live in this world that are almost like NPCs. They don't have a soul. Do you think that could be a real thing? Like, it's just an avatar.
I would say if
Maybe.
it's something like that, then they're aliens.
You think so?
Yeah. There's some other life. There's some other.
Because this is what we talked about this last time too. Like, if reincarnation is a real thing, and aliens and we came from the same place, right? We all started with the Big Bang. Everything started with the Big Bang.
I don't think everything started with the Big Bang. I think it was...
Well, our universe started with the Big Bang. Yes. Everything that we know started with the Big Bang. You know what I'm saying? Our creation, everything that we see and have today was from the Big Bang. There might have been something before it, and there probably was something before it, and that's why the Big Bang happened. Something doesn't just happen.
Right.
Something has to cause it. Laws of physics. You know, like, you need to have an action will cause an equal or opposite reaction.
Yeah. Always. I have, I kind of believed a little bit in the Big Bang being it might have been a moment where God realized that something has corrupted his beings, and it's not right. I gotta restart. And the Big Bang happened, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
what was the book you were reading?
I was going to mention that. I had to read a book for my English class. Hey. It was by the Dalai Lama, and if you don't know what the Dalai Lama is, he's like, I don't know how to explain it. Where is he from? Like Tibet or whatever? He's like the highest,
Yeah,
like...
he's like a monk or...
Yeah, he's like the highest thing, like where he's from or whatever. And he was talking about how in Buddhist, their religion, they think that there's been like many Big Bangs to like restart many universes, and like whatever that past universe, like their downfall was, like one of the elements, like fire, water, whatever their downfall was is like the base for like the next universe to come or whatever.
Oh, wow.
I could see that.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, like real shit right now? It blew my mind. I remember calling you up and I was like, babe. I was like,
That's
this shit I
crazy.
just read blew my mind.
Yeah.
That is
Because I was like, it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but...
It does make sense, you know, because... And the scary part is it kind of makes sense because we don't know.
Yeah.
So you just
there's
kind of
like,
have to, like,
yeah.
Go with
you have to
something.
Go
think,
with a
you know.
theory.
You gotta go with a theory. And, so do you think that evolution, we are how we are today through evolution, or do you believe that there was some outside force that made us to how we are? Because humans went from such a drastic change in such a short amount of time, from being like Neanderthals to how we are now. You know, like even birds haven't evolved that much in the amount of time that has gone on.
That's true. I honestly, I kind of believe a little bit in the stoned ape theory. So I believe in evolution with maybe microdosing of some sort of hallucinogenic, like psilocybin mushrooms, expanded our minds, and that's what kind of kickstarted us and got us going really fast in our evolution rate. That made us go from Neanderthals to humans like we are today.
Yeah.
That fast, because like you said, there's no other species on this planet that has evolved like that.
Yeah.
Except for because there's other mammals out there. There's other animals and mammals out there that are smarter than humans, like dolphins. Like there's definitely some other ones that I've heard of and stuff. I'm just coming to a blank right now, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it is crazy. All right. Well, I think we're gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and liked following us on this magical adventure of driving down 10 hours away from home for the first big road trip that we've ever really done. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for next week, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.